That's hilarious. Let's do it. You know what happens when NXT go off the air. Unpopular Review goes on the air for the NXTrio review show for this week's NXT show. Let's take down this graphic. It's actually heartbreaking seeing this visual here. We're going to get to it, but let's take down the graphic. Let's show our lovely faces. You got one, Frecklesensei. You got the great Grand Slam Poobah, and we got the sensational Sabrina, Estella, the trio, the NXT trio. Folks, how are you guys?
All I'm gonna say is because I really can't sing, so I'm about to embarrass myself singing this song. But although we've come to the end of the road, rest in peace, Metaphor.
I love that. Real quick, one Frecklesensei. I love that song. Who sings that song?
Boys and
Men.
Wait, how you know?
No, it's not that. No, it's not that. It's not that. I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying, let's keep it that way. So let's keep moving on forward here. As you,
I was about to say.
I know who sings that song. I'm not that far apart in age with you.
Bruh,
Did you?
I was about to be like, hold on now. Hold on.
No, you thought it. No,
I knew it was.
Look, I said that.
I knew it was.
I said I was going to butcher the song. I literally said I was going to butcher it.
You did.
You a couple times on here, so.
He committed murder in broad daylight. But you know what, Frecklesensei? I do appreciate that you made an attempt on singing that. I would do karaoke with you just after a few tequila shots.
Trust me,
I will need some alcohol in me too to do some karaoke.
Time I would just rap. I would stick to rapping. Like the last thing I did was this last time I did karaoke was December. Shout out to Beltline Cosplay, which I'm going to be with y'all. I'll let y'all know after the show. Well, not after the show, but you know.
Can I sit here and say, because we got some really great things. I didn't mean to cut you off. Major apologies. But we see the chat, and you guys, we see you guys. We see you, Jeffrey, Miss Thug Angel.
Yeah, everybody's.
She always sends me not always, but send me a lot of cat memes, and I'm a big fan of that. So I want to give a big shout out to her. We see you also to George and Matt as well. So thank you guys for being here. Do us a favor here. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you know when we go live, because I can promise you it's going to be entertaining time, especially when the three of us is on the screen. I was going to say TV, but we're not on TV unless you are watching it on TV.
Yeah, I was about to say, I ain't gonna lie. I watched some of UPR on my TV through YouTube. Like,
well, I mean, it's fun sometimes.
It's so much easier. It's so much easier. It runs smoother, honestly. But excuse me.
You passed gas.
No, I have barf.
I'm sorry. It's gonna be one of those shows because I am very upset. I told you guys in the chat how upset I am. I want to get this off the air right here. There was no JC Jane, so I was upset about that. The Metaphor broke up. That broke my heart. That did hurt. That hurt me too. When you said the end of the road,
look,
which sounds very dangerous. Which sounds dangerous. I would never drive like that, by the way. And then you have one Ashanti Athanas and Carmen breaking up because Carmen didn't give him a chance. I do want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
And then, no. I want to talk it. And then George is already setting me up right now.
I'm so sorry. We love you, Jack, but y'all already know what team I'm on. I'm sorry.
We're going to talk about that, and I'm for that. I want you to know. I already know. I want you to know I'm for that.
Look, I used to I used to be a frat boy back in the day. I love college. I love the experience of college and everything. So Chase, you just brings me back nostalgia.
No. See,
It's all about the you, baby. It's all about the you.
No one uses that letter in everyday life. No one sits here and uses that. No one uses you. I promise you, no one uses you. No one. The only time you use you is for use. Like I use oatmeal. I use soap. I use a toothbrush. No one uses you. It's the most unused letter in the history.
No. I'm literally using you right now.
I have it in my last name, so I can't not use it.
I don't like what you did there, Sabrina Estella. That wasn't good. So I am upset. I'm about to flip something.
You, Soldier Boy, out of all people, Soldier Boy.
He's not even a soldier. Let me tell you something. He's not a soldier. He's a liar.
He had one hottest song. You know what that said? You. He said.
I didn't listen to it. I went deaf for that year, so I didn't hear none of that. I did everything to avoid that. When he said Soldier Boy and I looked and I see the army fatigue, I said, you're a liar, and I didn't listen to him at one bit. Listen, he's in the same category as Nick Cannon, Rey Mysterio, and the guy who directs the Fast and the Furious series. Please, stop it.
There's nothing wrong with it. Okay, honestly, the Fast and Furious series is trolling, but there's nothing wrong. And I think that
I feel like, you know what I feel like I'm being treated like? I'm going to teach you guys a word here. This is how I'm feeling. You know, like I thought about this. You said, man, Jack, how you feeling? I feel like I'm being treated like a Sunday morning.
Yeah, it's all about you.
It's not. Listen to you. He don't even have a U in his name. Well, actually, he do in Lewis, but no one even have. What kind of last name is Lewis? That's not even a real name. That's fake. It's not even. I've never met a Lewis in my life. I think that's fraud. No, it's fraudulent. The only Lou I know is Louisiana, and he's not from there. So you're lying. Let's move on. I'm very upset right about now. I'm very hot right about now. I'm about to blow the hell up.
Well,
Mr. Cat is up. Matter of fact, I put his bow tie on. It was for him to be on, but he wants to do cat activities. And I'm hoping that he's not doing anything because he's not shit down. But I'm very upset.
Well,
and everyone thinks I'm not. You know, Sabrina, still take the floor because I know this was the cold open, but I'm hot. I am upset. Let's do this.
A popular review does not reflect on any discrimination of last names, first names, or any type of nicknames.
No. I judge on last. I judge on last names. I judge. I need to hear what
popular review because I don't want to get in trouble by EC. So on behalf of a popular review,
what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Suspend me? What's he gonna do? Suspend me?
I like my free job, but
we all like our free job.
And look at George. See, George is already starting with me. George Samuel Lewis, no JC Jane. This is why we are having the rivalry of 2025. But good luck trying to carry that rivalry without me.
George's middle name is Samuel?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know a Samuel, except Samuel Jackson.
Never say Samuel Jackson. I know one in real life. But anyways.
Do I know a Sam or Sam?
Well,
yeah, I know a Sam. I do.
He said Mr. Cat.
I know you.
So maybe Mr. Cat will appear. And speaking of saying names and they will appear, we had
that was perfect.
Coming in tonight. Yes, thank you. Coming in, calling out Trick Williams for collapsing under his own ego and that he sees what Trick is doing for what it is and he's not going to fall for whatever malarkey or bull that could happen. So he's calling him out saying like, come here, I want you right here, right now. And just like talking all kinds of stuff about him after what happened at Rebellion and such. And then we get Dark State coming out and attacking him. And people are like, why are they attacking Joe Hendry? He doesn't even go here. Well, guess what? It's NXTNA in this CIGCH. So, yeah, he do go here now. So they're going to attack anybody and everybody because they can. And they're all hotheads. And Joe Hendry does do his best to fight them off. But when it's 4-1, your odds are not in your favor
at all.
And then we do get a moment earlier in the show where Ava's talking to Iyo, congratulating her on her WrestleMania win, and welcomes her back to NXT, and talks about if she's found a tag partner for the match against Roxanne and Julia tonight. And she says no, but I'll find one. But then Jordan steps up and she's like, I'll do it. I want to have one step closer to a title. So I'll help you and beat those two up with you.
What you got here, Freckles?
It wasn't needed. I'm sorry. This was one the teaming up and everything I felt like really wasn't needed, honestly. I did like the beginning. I did love the beginning of NXT, honestly. Like coming out, Joe Hendry talking about Trick. Then of course, we got Trick a little later on. But I didn't appreciate Dark State jumping. I mean, I get Dark State trying to be crash outs and everything, and
they already are.
And we still believe that Trick is like the leader in a sense. But I was about to say something so inappropriate because you had white stuff on.
Oh my!
Listen, Black History Month has been over for 2 months now. It's like in a you know how like horror movies when the black man always dies first.
It was honestly just one of those
getting their revenge on the white man.
No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not. It was just one of those moments where I was like, "Damn, that shit must be good." Like, she was tearing it up.
Oh my!
But I kind of did appreciate Dark State, jumping Joe Hendry because why? But I understood it. It's like if you're going to be these proclaimed crash outs, you got to do something crash out worthy. And unfortunately, Dark State did it. I want to still say that I do believe in Joe Hendry, but I also believe that Trick Williams is the leader of Dark State. Like I'm more convinced.
A lot of people do.
I'm more convinced. Because
has a shirt that says "Crash Out."
So one,
the leader.
Then on top of that, say his name, and then they appear. Like he said literally Trick's name, and right after he talked about Trick, out of all people, Dark State, not Trick himself, but Dark State shows up.
It's funny. Like, it kind of gave me the vibe of this group. It gave me the vibe of what was that TNA group? Aces and Eights.
Aces and Eights.
Yeah. Because it was there was that one time where they attacked Bully to make you kind of throw you off.
Mm-hmm.
So I could kind of see what you're coming from, and a lot of people are starting to say that as well. So I could see that in a way. I could see that in a way of him being the actual leader of this group. Real quick,
hold on. Wait, that's confirmed.
They are on SmackDown. Oh,
whoa.
Okay.
Yes, they did get called up to the SmackDown roster.
Honestly,
they made their debut on Friday.
Honestly, it's honestly a great addition to the tag team. I mean, SmackDown has been doing a fantastic job with their tag team division. Plus, they've done everything really on. I'm sorry, just real quick. I think they have done everything they can on NXT, where I don't want them just lingering around just to linger around. So I think it's time. So
we're just gonna see what happens from here on out.
Real quick.
Hopefully, some of the tag teams that are stuck in catering.
I wanted them on Raw.
I can see why you said that.
For them, so.
SmackDown is hot right now. We need some hot on Raw.
I would love for Raw to get a fire underneath their ass and start realizing, like, hey, we should actually push tag team wrestling. I'd rather them on SmackDown, and I hate it because not even hate it. So there's a lot of tag teams on SmackDown where you kind of would hope the best. You would hope the best for a lot of tag because it's pretty deadly. I think they deserve a time in the sun.
Exactly.
I don't know how long.
You got Miz and Mello now.
I don't think they're gonna last long though.
It's not gonna last.
I mean, they're not, but it would be cool to see Mello go shoot for. I mean, I know. Once he beats Miz out of this feud, then he's definitely gunning for a mid card title. So,
real quick, I know we're gonna move forward, but I did want to highlight because George is a regular here on the NXT show. But he said that he is here, and we want to say the best wishes to your mom. You know, because I saw this and I just thought it was important that we throw it out here. And I know it's just not us here, just us here, but it's also the chat as well. So we wish all the well to your mom, queen of the household. So wanted to make sure we got that out there. But please carry on, Freckles.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, you know, we love you, George, and we pray that your mom is in great blessings, and just the fact that as long as you still believe that she's gonna be okay, she's gonna be all right. I pray that, you know, everything goes smooth. Like I said, I don't know anything or any details, but just keep it in prayer, just keeping it good spirits that, you know, everything will work out, and also peace and calming to you as well, Jeff, as while you're going through it. I went through similar situation with my mother. Now it's like about 2 years ago when she almost had cardiac arrest. And so I can just imagine and only imagine what you're going through with the mentality. So, you know, we love you. We love what you do and contribute here, and anything you need, you know, just reach out.
Absolutely. You know, and real quick, George, you're my arch nemesis in the chat, but I co-sign on what Freckles is saying. We wish you the best, and we're here anytime you just want to talk. So wanted to make sure that we highlight that. And like I said, the chat as well. Miss Thug Angel, we got Jeffrey with the prayer sign. So we're here for you, my guy. Just want to throw it out there. But I do want to sit here and say that you do listen to, I forgot what the guy's name who's married to Britney Spears, but you listen to that music.
Kevin Federline.
Yeah, you listen to Kevin Federline. And I know that you listen to Kevin Federline. You listen to track 2. And I don't know what that track was, but I know it was bad.
No.
Anyways, let's move on so that Freckles can catch his breath and actually be able to compose a sentence or two.
I can't, because what?
I was going to, you know what I was going to do here? I was going to treat you guys to me reading Kevin Federline. I might do that. Keep going, Sabrina. This is going to be a hell of a show, baby. Oh my God. You're getting full BadGuy tonight. Oh my Lord, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, we have Colin with Gigi and Tatum in giving them some encouragement after trying to win the.
How are they giving encouragement? They lost. It's like the Atlantic Braves sitting there saying you have a shot at the World Series. No, you don't. It's like the New York Knicks breathing. Stop it, please. You're embarrassing yourself. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Sabrina Estella, but I saw these girls. Let me tell you something. I know these people want to hear what I have to say. I was at Stand and Deliver, and when I saw one JC Jane get pinned and broad daylight, it upset me. So when I see these girls, I'm hot right now. You guys can't see the sweat right about now. I might be waking somebody up.
I'm pretty sure we can.
I am upset. How do they give advice? Wait, don't disrespect Jeffrey, please.
Okay, so you can always give advice in a sense of
no, you can't.
Don't do what I do. You can always give don't do what I do advice.
That's like someone at that's like someone on 600-pound life sitting there saying you could get in shape. I'm not listening to you. How dare you say that?
I'm scared to look like that. Whatever the heck whatever advice you say to not be like you, I'm gonna take that advice 24/7. What's up, Patrick?
What's going on, Patrick? Okay, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. You make a good point, and it's actually upsetting.
Hold on, Patrick. I want to see your response. Patrick, is this the Krusty Krab? Let's see what he says.
Not everyone watches SpongeBob, dude, but I love that reference. That actually,
I want to do what Patrick says.
No, this is Patrick. Say that, Patrick. Please put that. But make sure it's all in caps. You gotta make sure it's all in caps. Because if it's in lowercase, you can't be taken seriously. Please. Sabrina, I'm laughing because Sabrina Estella, she's laughing at this, but I'm still upset. You know what I thought about today? Because today, as I was thinking about this show, I remember you said, well, I was only 2 when SpongeBob came out, and it really bothers me to this day.
I give damn it, I was trying to have a good day, and
then Sabrina still remind you of that gray hair in the back of your head, right? Hey! He gets it. Sabrina's up. Please take over. I'm sorry. We're being very loud, but I'm telling you, you're getting full bad guy tonight. But please take the floor, madam.
Anyways, Carmen is offering words of encouragement to Gigi and Tatum for trying to get the tag titles back down to NXT and for trying to get the tag titles from at TNA Rebellion. They didn't get pinned. Gigi said it. Tatum was repeating it. Carmen was talking with them. When Ashanti rolls up and tells her to stop messing with losers,
he's right.
She's like, first of all, they're not losers. They're my friends, so do not talk to them like that. You talk to women with more respect, number one, is what she is saying. And he's like, you're right. I'm sorry, you're friends. But you need to get ready because I got you a title match. And
hello.
And she's like, with who? And he says, with Soul. When? Tonight. Tonight? I ain't got no time to prepare for that.
Hey,
and
look,
when they're walking away, he says, when you win tonight,
ready.
we have a title match. And I'm like,
thank you, bro.
I'm like, excuse you. Last I checked, this is for the women's North American Championship, not the WWE NXT mixed gender tag team.
You guys are so wrong on Ashanti Theodonis. He's
trying to elevate her. He's trying to elevate her. Like, I hate that I'm actually defending him. I
don't. I love that what you're doing, and I know we're going to talk about later about you, but carry on, please.
Because I always thought he wasn't. I always thought he was one of the city boys, but he doggone it, he did a good deed. He did a good deed.
Say he's a man. That man acting like a damn dog, and that gives dogs out there a bad name.
Oh my God! No, he's not trying to control her. That man is trying to.
That's so great.
That man trying to what? That man trying to what?
Here's another sentence tomorrow. Doggone it. I'm sorry. I don't want anyone repeating that. I don't want anyone recording that laugh. No one have that. Hey, good Chris in the chat. He says, hi, my favorite YouTuber. Hi, good Chris in the chat. I love that. Doggone it. Mr. Cat, come here, doggone.
I've been trying not to cuss as much because, I teach kids. And just in case the one time that kids actually go on YouTube and find me,
I love that. That's good. That's good.
I don't know if they watch wrestling or not, so I don't think they will find me. So I'll be
my
fine.
Kids are nerds. So my kids are nerds. They'll find anything.
Well, I told a bunch of kids that I hang out with. I said I'm Sephiroth, so they left me alone.
Yeah, my kids don't know who Sephiroth is, so.
I only know because I play Smash Bros. I did not play Final Fantasy.
George, no.
What did George say?
Read the last
comment. Jesus, we're not highlighting that. Jesus.
Somebody did. It wasn't me.
It was me.
I definitely didn't highlight that. No, he's not. He doesn't abuse.
Listen,
I don't believe that. I believe I don't believe all that. I believe that.
It's like I would have said more like Dream Girls, like Barry Gordy type relationship.
I kind of can see what you mean. Like it's controlling, but he doesn't hit her. He doesn't hit Carmen. But he's more controlling. Like he was the one who's
a small beginning of where.
I even take that back. He's because at first I thought he was manipulative. No, he just really do too much. He's doing too much stuff.
Talking about Shanti, right?
Yeah, I thought he was manipulative, but like I said, in this segment, he was looking out for the best of her. He thought that she was ready, she was prepared. She wasn't. Oh, look at my beard kind of. I'm sorry, my beard kind of connecting, so I didn't realize. Look at that. It's pretty kind of cool. I'm sorry, ADHD squirrels, but but like I said before, he was looking out for the best of her, and if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. She was not prepared. That's not a shot. I don't want to gaslight and say it's not Shantae's fault, but it's not Shantae's fault. Like I said, if you want to be a champion, if you feel like you that person, you always got to be on your P's and Q's as being her. You never know when the opportunity in NXT. NXT gives out titles like candy, so you never know the opportunity is going to come towards you. And she just didn't. I mean, well, one, she got a number, but then again, she needs a friend.
She needs a friend. What do we got next? One Sabrina Estella.
Well, we had our first match of the night, and it happened to be a title match with Lexis King taking on the Revolution and Ricky Saints. And match was fine. I mean, I didn't mind watching it. It was a fun time. It's nice watching somebody kick the ever-living
absolutely
ARP out of Lexis the Joker, because he is not a king, nor is he a prince, nor is he a duke, or any member of royalty, so to speak. He is the court jester that likes to make jokes and pretend he is king.
Who's this green chin butt dial guy? What's that?
The hacker from Cyber Chase.
Right. That was on PBS. Let me ask you one, Sabrina Estella, because I know that you're much younger than us. Do you remember on Nick Jr. there was a guy called Face?
Yes.
Okay, cool. You're still in the bracket.
Yeah, because I mean, because Nick, I was about to say Nick Jr. came out around like
millennium.
Yeah, Nick Jr. came around like 96.
My bad. I don't know when Face went out of business. I don't know. That's
Face didn't go out of business until like 02, I want to say. Because
hold on. No. Sabrina Stella's on. She's the spotlight's still on her. Do you know who Stickley is?
Yes.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay. I'm just saying these were all in the 90s, so I'm just asking. My bad.
I grew up watching reruns of stuff from the 90s and the 2000s, so.
Love that. Matter of fact, talking about young individual. There we go. Absolutely. Good Chris, he's mentioning that Javon turns 21 today, right?
Yes.
He is so now 21. He is old enough to legally drink.
There you go. Good for him. I don't know if he's that's his thing, but happy birthday to the young man. 21. I remember when I was 21.
Celebrating if he wants to like that. If he doesn't, fine by him.
Love that, bro.
To make him even more bouncy.
Bouncy. Cardi B is hosting SummerSlam. Yes, I know. I saw the commercial and she said.
And unfortunately for apparently Lexis King's #1 fan in either Booker T or Corey Graves, because I can't remember who kept talking good about Lexis King, even though there was nothing good to talk about. With the Rochambeau, Ricky Saints retains. And I just love how every single one of his feuds has been with all his former AEW cohorts.
Because he is, and I posted this.
Let's just put the people that he's familiar with working with first, and then we'll get him to start working even more.
I feel like it's almost like this Easter egg in a way. Maybe I'm just looking too deep into it and whatnot. But because he worked with Ethan, he's working with Lexis King. He did work with Spears, right? These last 3 opponents have been former AEW guys. Matter of fact, I made a joke. I don't know if it was like on air or whatever. I forget because I just talk so much here, guys. But I remember it was like, oh, wow, I hope to make an AEW show. And when I saw Ricky going against Ethan, I said, I finally made it. But I think it's cool because I think it's
and Stand and Deliver and on from
the
I see a lot of 37. I see a lot of 37s, and I'll be 37 in August with you guys. So I see Jeffrey and I see Thug Angel.
Wow.
So
I will be joining the 30 Brigade in September. So.
Hey, there we go. We're gonna have it's gonna be, for your birthday. What we're gonna do? We're gonna have a onesie party, and we're gonna have the taco extravaganza because I love tacos. We should have a taco extravaganza, and if you don't like tacos, I hope that someone kicks you in the shin.
You don't have a soul.
You don't have a soul. How do you not like tacos? My mother don't like tacos, but she gets a pass because she's from Harlem and she's 5'7", and I fear that.
They don't eat tacos anyway. Harlem folk don't know what a taco is, so I can't be even fault for that.
Well, luckily, Soul Ruka doesn't need to snatch my soul because I do like tacos. So
I like that cleanup. That was good. But yeah, this match was fine. It was cool. They wanted Ricky on the card.
Jeez, 41. Wow.
Well, I mean, it was supposed to be a title versus cup match, but
George is kind of old. I'm not gonna lie, young man, old man. I can't even say young man. This guy, you're old. That means you know this man walked the bridge with Martin Luther King. I'm sorry, George. We salute you, George. Please don't. Oh my God. I'm anytime I see someone older than me, I had to attack them because it makes me feel better.
Okay, so this one broke you and made you laugh like crazy. Now you broke him and made him laugh like crazy. So now y'all are even in the span of 5 minutes.
I did not expect that. He was just like, "Oh my God!"
No, you're not, Patrick. Patrick said he's 25. You're not 25. Don't lie. Don't lie. No, get this work. I'm giving you this employment work right now because you're getting this work. You're not 25. Don't do that. You just don't want me to call you old, and I feel you. I feel you. But go on. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna lie. Then you know what that sounds like? She was right there when George Washington got inaugurated. That's what that sounds like. I'm sorry. I am on fire tonight. I'm sorry, Chad. I know you guys are gonna hate me tonight, but you're getting this version right now. I'm not for the kids tonight. I am for dude. I don't know what's going on here, but what's going on, Sabrina Stella? I'm sorry.
Well, speaking of segments that weren't for the kids tonight because it put everybody to sleep. And honestly, I was watching through a shifty seeming website, but it's the only way I can watch it for free. And so there were parts where I couldn't hear much because the audio kept going on and off with my headset.
So I wasn't the only one because it did feel like it was going in and out.
Yeah. So it wasn't just me that had like some kind of audio issue then. Okay.
Yeah.
But the calling had a segment, and Sean Spears is just talking how they've been trying to be successful with titles. They haven't. And he talks strategy and tries to get them to get the results that they want, and that he's here for them all. And I'm just like, is it over?
No, I ain't even gonna lie. I felt the same.
Everybody knows that every time I watch Sean Spears now, I feel like I'm watching paint dry. And
it was so boring. It was boring.
It actually makes me feel like I'm watching paint dry.
Oh my God. It was so boring. And I love you, Sabrina, because normally you go over the play-by-play, but I was gonna just be like, I was gonna try to tell you the best. There was no point of trying to explain.
What is there to explain with Sean Spears? He likes to hear himself
nothing to explain with Sean Spears. It was so boring that I have. Where is it? Oh, hold on. Yes.
Oh my God, he went blurry. Okay, there he is.
So I bought this from the pawn shop, right? So I got this at a pawn shop. It's the new PSP.
Oh, dope.
I was so bored that I started playing this when that damn video showed up because it was so monotone. It was so flat. It was so unbelievable. First of all, I mean, when has the calling even been strong at all? I have not seen them. They got washed by Hank and Tank, and I love Hank and Tank, but they got washed by Hank and Tank. They got washed by Fraxium. They got washed by any team that was actually good.
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because I feel like I heard you. Would you say Hank and Tank?
Yeah, you know, that's my thing. That's my thing where, like, Hank and Tank reminds me of them good old country boys that just go out there and, you know, they want to go just have some fun, drink some beer, and then they have the business, and they come back home and they drink more beer. That's why I love saying
So basically, Hank and Tank remind you of Jensen and Briggs when they were still together, being them two country boys that everybody loved.
I'm telling you, it's just their vibe is just so.
Not a fan. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Their vibe is just so attractive. It's so addicting. Like they have that great energy. They just have that positive. We just want to go out there and have fun, have a business, and we get back home and we drink some moonshine.
Drink some moonshine.
That's the vibe.
That's hilarious. Drink moonshine. Yeah, no, this segment. I mean, it was real quick, so like it was just.
Well, they
I don't have no.
Because everybody knew that nobody was going to pay attention or watch.
Nobody was going to care.
Nobody cares.
Before you
look, the Steam Deck costs way more than the PSP. That's why I don't have the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is expensive. It almost costs as much as the freaking Nintendo Switch 2. And Nintendo Switch 2 about to be like $400 or $500. So,
before you go on and move forward on to the next segment, could we usually like to do in the 20-minute segment and play a commercial? So why play a commercial? So we can rewind and talk more NXT. So guys, you're watching Unpopular Review. We're going to play a quick commercial and we'll be back right after these commercials. Or after this commercial.
I was like,
oh shit.
Is he really?
What? Move. Don't you eat my food. Move. Move, guys. Move. Get your ass upstairs.
What is going on?
Okay. My dog.
The dog speaks English? What? What you got Pluto? You got Goofy over there? What's some other talking dogs over there? He said moo, and the dog talked back like, fuck out of here. Let me get a bite.
Yeah. Was I the only one that heard the dog say run them pockets?
Oh my God, Jey Uso totally let his brother down. Last week I asked you a question.
What is wrong with you?
He's a horrible brother.
I'm asking you a simple.
I swear to God.
Question. What is wrong with you? Why do you say such off the wall, off the chain thing?
Hold on, talk about. I agree with Steven.
Thank you.
He is a horrible twin. He let his brother get the shit beat out of him.
Thank you.
Did y'all not see the man zip tie?
Man, look, everybody knows if you hold on, guess what? Everybody knows if you want to pop zip ties, you roll them joints over, then you go under and then pow.
Everybody knows that. Hello.
No,
it's a known fact.
I'm sorry. For those of people who have not been arrested, how are we going to know that? How are we going to know that?
Bro,
hey, you guys need to live an exciting life like I lived to know that. Then how about that?
Willie, everybody knows this, right? Ask your dog. Go ahead.
Hey, come here, Louis. You know that?
And that was the oh my God. Oh, go ahead, please.
Y'all see why I left. Now y'all see why I left. Now y'all see why I left. It was the worst take I've ever heard this entire year. What was that? No. That's all I gotta say.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to real quick because I feel like he needs to make his appearance. But everyone say
yes.
Look at his little bow tie, everybody. He has a
like a DJ. So he DJ Cat now. He DJ Paul.
He don't like the glasses at all. Oh, okay, he knocked it down. All right, I just want you to say hi. He had his first appointment yesterday, and they made it clear that he was a boy, and I was so excited. I was like, "Hey, look, my boy got balls!" But I couldn't say that out loud at the vet because everyone would have been very concerned about me. I didn't know if it was going to be a girl. I'm sorry, guys. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about my cat because I love my cat.
Oh, there he is.
What do we got going on? That was the DJ pause. Okay, there we go. Your DJ pause now. But that was the Raw Review Show. Check them out. They go on
like comedy. There's different types of comedy. There's a Dave Chappelle, and then there's a Dane Cook.
Oh, we got the executive consultant in the chat. So it's great to see you, but I'm going to tell you the most dangerous sentence in all of UPR. Expect a text. So what do we have next going once Sabrina stops?
I was going to say, I thought it was just a second.
Oh, no, that's no, it's literally just, that's for the executive consultant. Anytime anything goes wrong, I say expect a text. So expect a text. And you're hearing it live because usually I make a text there. But is there a reason why there's a cat? There's a cat on like
we love pets. We love animals.
Can you imagine You are the most unfun person. What do you mean? This cat is I'm sorry. Oh, you have another few months to get ready to steal Christmas, my guy. What are you talking about here? This guy sitting here and gonna please save it for Raw. Oh, that's right. There was not a Raw review show because stuff. We love cats here. Let's get a Mr. Cat Chat going on in here because I know what my chat is because I am the chat champion. But what do we got going on, Sabrina stuff? Because I'm on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be kid friendly. I almost said a certain word, but I'm on fire. Well, my kid is here. I don't want him growing up with a leather jacket and being in the gang.
You, sir. One more time.
We can discuss the next NXT show. Well, what do we got next going on? One, Sabrina and Estella talking about these because he did fire Cat, but he didn't fire my cat. If you fire Mr. Cat, you fire me. I'm a package deal. You can't fire him. He has a bow tie. Who fires a cat with a bow tie? You're heartless.
And shades. He's DJ Paul's. Like, why would you?
He knocked the shades off. He don't like.
Oh, he don't like shades.
He don't like them.
Okay. Anyways,
what we got going on?
Tony D making his entrance and getting on the mic.
Oh yeah.
And he says that everyone can relate to betrayal in their lives. He didn't expect it at Stand and Deliver. He expected to have a serious man-to-man conversation with Stacks, but not this. Gave him the benefit of the doubt. Made it think about when they were kids, how he always had his back when he popped off against the bigger kids. But that's what loyalty is. Stacks has always had eyes on the big seats. There were plenty of times where he was down and Stacks got his back when he got hurt, locked up. Stacks stepped up and showed the world why he deserved to be the underboss, and so he got rewarded. But at the same time, his impulsivity meant that Tony had to step up and show him why he's the Don and he makes the big decisions. Channing waited for the right moment when the world was watching and stuck that knife right in his back, which I told y'all during our prediction. Something was going to happen. He's going to pay for his sins because the whole family's in disarray. Nobody's heard nothing from Luca. Adriana's in hiding. And then we have some security come down. And Stacks appears on the Titantron on the bridge where they meet. And he says he's going to tell Tony exactly what he needs to hear. He started taking orders. And Tony's getting soft and making decisions that makes people think they can be pushed around. He has to take the reins for himself and put Tony in his place. That he knows him better than anyone else. He knows that he's shaken. And you're losing more power every day. Thinking to myself, what's next? Can I even trust my own family? And then we get some of the security more coming from behind him. And Channing keeps going, saying, who can you even trust? And then some of the security try to jump and fail at getting Tony D down to the ground.
Yeah. So I had a little delay at that.
Stacks will have to come and take it himself.
I had a little delay at that part. I was watching it through YouTube TV. Honestly, you know what so did you guys see anything about so there was like 3 names that possibly might be called up. It was Tony D and there was like 2 other names. I think Lola Vice and Trick. Yeah, and Trick. You know what I see in this? I see in this feud happening where they're gonna have a match, and I see Stacks taking Tony's family. I think he's gonna definitely take control over it. So
yeah,
that's what I got out of this. But
Same.
Okay, I was gonna say, what do you got? You can't eat that.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay.
Like, everything that I've said about Stacks came to fruition.
Mm-hmm.
So
listen, I said that, and it was only a matter of time before he turns and shows everybody his heel skills, like his actual heel skills, because they did a little bit of that in the beginning, but the people got behind the family. So
I see good Chris in the chat. He's saying Roxanne and Julia will be called up. I see Roxanne Perez, not so much Julia.
Julia.
And we'll talk about it a little bit. Go ahead.
Next year, yes. Next year, definitely. But Roxanne's getting the Carmella Hayes treatment of last year. how
I
Carmelo
think
going.
I don't think Julia is going to be in NXT long. I think later in the year that she gets called up, but I think Roxanne's going to be called up. I don't know. I don't think they said anything about a draft yet, and I'm looking forward to that. But I see Roxanne because I feel like she was already called up earlier this year. Okay. We got you got Bad Chris in the chat. He's talking about metaphor. I don't think we got there yet, but we'll get there. But please,
we're about to get there.
Sure, please take the floor.
A little ahead. But now we will be discussing the metaphor are reunited, and it feels so good. And they're celebrating Noam Dar's Heritage Cup victory together. Lash, keep in mind I'm saying it, who started the conversation. Lash says that they need to talk. And everybody knows, especially when you're in a relationship, the dreaded 4-word sentence to start a conversation with. We need to talk.
I never trust a woman. And there's no offense to all lovely women. I never trust y'all when y'all say we need to talk, because I just know what's going to follow up from that. Like
I said that with my first ex-boyfriend, and he acted like he didn't know what the hell I was saying. I said that we need to talk. Like I never heard that before. But
what did I do? That's all I would think. It was like, oh Lord, I didn't do something.
But she says that a lot has changed since Noam had been gone for so long, with her and Miss Jakara getting title opportunities, and Oro tearing it up on Evolve, and Lash making her appearance on the Rumble. And she says that it's time. She said that Oro had always been Noam's main man. Mm-hmm. And it's time for Oro to be Oro's main man on Evolve. For Chikara to be her own Miss Jackson. And for Lash to lash out on her own. And for Noam Dar to reach for the supernova himself. And Noam agrees, saying that the metaphor, what made them special, was that they always took care of themselves and helped each other out. And that they're going to have a cordial dissolvement of relationship and do one little last before they end it for now. They might get back together again.
You know what? I'm sorry. Freckles, take the floor. What did you think about this segment? I'm sorry.
So I was kind of flabbergasted by all of these comments that EC, I call him EH, the executive hater, have been saying recently. But I was saddened because, like I said in the chat earlier, we could have had them just go a little bit of separate ways-ish, like solo type of thing, just like how the New Day. Like, I don't get why tag teams and factions don't do the New Day method.
This is what I feel like. I don't know. Like, I'm just going to make like a little reference of like around 10, 11, some years ago. When I first started listening to Korean pop music, and I would see things in articles like this member is pursuing a solo thing. But I don't hear anything about the group like breaking up or disbanding or breaking apart. And I hear like, oh, they're doing their own thing, but they're still together as a group, which was very new for me because I hadn't heard that like happening much in music. Because anytime you hear somebody breaking up from a band, they all split. So, I mean, it felt like that's what was happening when Noam was taken out, because Jakara and Lash were already doing their own thing. And Oro did have his time to shine for a little bit, and now he's getting more of that in Evolve. So I guess she feels like they all could just do that and just like do their own thing instead and just do it by themselves and not feel like they need something to fall back on, like a default thing with the metaphor, because they hadn't really been together much for a year other than Lash and Jakara.
So when Lash was talking about like, hey, Oro could do his own thing on Evolve.
He is already doing his own thing on Evolve. That's the thing.
Fair.
Yeah.
But but it sounded like her and Jakara are going to be separating, and I just don't think that's the right move. I think they should stick together. I think they have a better chance sticking together than them doing solo stuff together. I mean, solo stuff.
Well, I would have said because of the way the NXT titles, I mean, where the women's titles are, but at the same time, we just saw Katana and Kaden move up, and they just been in. They should be the real NXT Women's Champions because they're actually a real tag team. So,
sure. and
maybe,
you know what?
So maybe Lash, because I even thought about it. I was like, maybe Lash should go solo.
I think if Lash goes solo, I think she has a chance. I don't know about Chikara though, and I don't. And this is not even I root for Chikara Jackson. We have the same last name. My last name is Jackson.
She's like Meech and Pete. She'll probably hit Meech and Pete.
I just think that if you want to give her the best opportunity, you keep them as a tag team. And I just think if they are going in this direction of Lash would be fine. I think Lash would be fine. I think Lash has grown a lot as a competitor. But I don't know about Chikara so much. And listen, I can be wrong. I would love to be wrong. I would love to be wrong. I just think your best bet was to keep them together. That's all.
It kind of feels like with Lash and Chikara, they remind me a lot of Raquel and Dakota when they were still down in NXT doing their thing together. And of course, Lash is very much like Raquel, the big, strong powerhouse of the two of them, who Raquel was the best at her promos over there because they felt a little stale. Lash is better. She has a lot more of a charm, of a charisma with her talking and such. And with Chikara, she is definitely more like Dakota, more the smaller one that could do a little bit more of the flying. And also they both have gotten injured quite a bit, which I think plays at that with her needing to get better a little bit in the ring and her in-ring work. But if she keeps getting injured, then that could play a role. I think maybe Chikara just needs a little more time to work on her singles.
So here's the
and practice in the performance center before actually doing that. But I think they should stay together a little bit longer.
I think they should stick together, but if you're going to do this, I think her being at the performance center is not going to be a bad thing. I think that's just going to help her out a lot. So I do root for her, and I don't know. It's a big thing because it's a total different field when you're doing tag team and singles. Singles, there's a lot more eyes on you than tag team. I feel like you can hide certain weaknesses and stuff like that. But let's see how this goes. I am sad about Metaphor breaking up. Someone in the chat, I think it was Matt, and he wrote like a legendary. I wouldn't call them legendary, but I thought this group was fun, and that's not a bad thing. Legendary to me is
it was not there.
Yeah, legendary to me is the undisputed era. I'm sorry, I just wanted to get that out real quick.
Yeah,
undisputed era, that's legendary. I don't think it's in that same bracket, but I do think, like when I saw them on TV, I had a good time. They were fun. I had laughs. I was very sports entertained, and I think that and then that I can sit here and say they did their job very well.
Yeah, they did a good job. I can't say legendary because I mean it's not like they all had gold at the same time. Like it's just like you said, undisputed era is the most legendary faction. I feel like I'm trying to think what other faction could have been really legendary.
It's kind of hard. Undisputed era. I mean, there was Sanity, but I don't think they're legendary. I'm trying to think of some like
they could have been. Yeah, I couldn't. I feel like if Ava never had to have gotten hurt or anything of that nature, they could have had an undisputed era run with like her.
I'm sorry. What group are you talking about?
With Sanity, because with Ava joined, whatever faction that Ava was with before.
You're talking about the Dyad?
Schism. Schism. Like I feel like Joe could have won, the North American title, and then Ava winning the mid card title, and they winning the tag team. Like,
I do like what Matt asked her. Does Lash get a call up? So for me, I thought for a period of time Lash and Jakar was going to get called up together. But if you have Lash, I think Lash would be a great bodyguard for Naomi, because Naomi, they had that match. Jade beat her clean, and it's clear that Naomi's going to need some help. Now, personally, I feel like Naomi should have won that WrestleMania match, but it is what it is, because I just want the best for Naomi. I think Lash being her body, her heavy, I think it would be a good move for Lash. So, does she get called up? I don't know for sure, but if I have her called up, she's definitely the heavy for Naomi.
Well, I just want them to treat Naomi better this time.
What if? Oh my God!
What's happening with her body? That she's 37. If she wants kids, she's gonna have to step back. And plus, she doesn't have all the tools that she needs down there for it. So she needs to think about her health and all that. So whatever they're going to do with her, they need to do something, and they need to do it.
Listen,
Naomi. Now, what, like, in my imaginary fantasy booking will be that, Bianca and Jade makes up, jumps on Naomi, and then Naomi calls in Lash.
Or Nia.
But you see, you're on to something here, because, like, think about this. Jay gets cornered, right? And this is not a SmackDown review show, but please check out the SmackDown review show. It's on Saturdays here on our Popular Review. But think about that, where Jade she's outnumbered, and Bianca just said on this past SmackDown where she says, like, hey, I got to make sure things are right at home or something like that. She's talking about stuff with Naomi and Jade. So you might be on to something, but let's go on. Let's continue to talk about NXT here. We want to say thank you guys for continuing to be here, chatting with us on NXT. I'm kind of slowing down, but trust me and believe, I'm going to have a reason to yell later. So please, Sabrina, Estella. Yes.
But then we have Carmen Petrovic going up against Sol Ruca. And I love how Corey, I believe, made the comment about Zarya peeping at that title that Sol recently won at the ladder match for Stand and Deliver. And I did notice when Sol handed her the belt to put it down, how she was looking at it. And I was like, she's going to want a title shot for it, which I think Sol would give her no problem. But, I mean, match was good. It was nice to see Carmen back in the ring. Nice to see Ashante actually keep himself out of the ring so he doesn't cost her a match.
Oh, Sabrina. I love you so much. I love you so much, darling.
We're going to agree to disagree when it comes to Ashante, and I will happily do so.
This is terrible.
But the match was good. I enjoyed watching the match. The Soul Snatcher is beautiful as always, and Soul wins clean. And unfortunately for Carmen, after Soul and Zarya get down, and of course Zarya was looking at the title for a bit, but hold her friend's hand up in the air. After it's over, Ashante is getting up in her face, berating her for losing, grabbing her arm disrespectfully, trying to pull her back. And she's like, you know what? No, I'm done with all this. I'm done with you trying to take charge of me and everything. Calling my friends losers, basically telling me I just got to focus on you all the time now and what you want, which apparently is us getting a title match, even though last time I checked, Ashante, it's the Women's North American Championship. If you want a championship shot, go after Ricky. Leave Carmen alone. And now you can't because Carmen kicked you in your face. And now it was so nice. I want to see it twice.
Sabrina, you're saying a lot of things here.
What's happening? I was saying for her to slap him.
I want you to know right now.
This is crazy.
No, you know what, Sabrina? I want you to know right now. You're saying things I don't agree. My son is here, Mr. Cat. What did you think about that? She's right. Get out of here. Whatever. Take the floor, Freckles, because I am disowning this. You have a new cat now, Sabrina Estella. I don't want to have anything to do with him.
I like what Sabrina was going at with this. I didn't really care for this segment, to be honest. I'm not even gonna hold you.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of when once upon a time ago, when Kaden and Katana when she was still going as Casey Catanzaro. Went up against Jessie Commit and Aaliyah when they were still working with Robert Stone, and they had their tag match, and Jessie and Aaliyah lost. And after they lost, Robert Stone was in the ring, and she got in his face and saying, "I gave you everything. Nobody else has got your back and worked hard for you."
This is what I thought.
Him in the face.
This is what I thought the whole entire segment.
And beat him down to the ground, and Jessie was just like, "What the hell is happening here?"
I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is what I felt about the segment. Oh, I know.
Listen, we hadn't seen any of this happening for ages now. Nobody cared anymore. Everybody wanted to see Carmen leave him, except for this one.
The Shante Theodonis, he got her.
He's having too much fun.
You know, not for nothing. Why did that shit get even louder? I feel like that got louder as I was getting ready to talk. Like, how did flushing get louder? That is ridiculous, if you ask me. You know, I don't even have a sentence anymore. You know why I don't have a sentence? Because it got flushed down that loud ass toilet. Loud ass toilets like that. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I've used the bathroom, and I mean, it's like, ah! I don't even want to talk anymore. I'm done. That toilet got very loud. You know what? The executive consultant's toilet is extremely loud. It's ridiculous. It's louder than that goddamn laundry machine that he has in the background. It always sounds like a spaceship going on there. And Mr. Cat, get out of there.
Where is he?
He's just staring at me. He has this thing where I have my coat on the chair and he climbs up.
Oh God!
And I
can't breathe.
That's not cute. I don't like. No, that's not cute, Sabrina Estella. Sabrina Estella, you know what's cute? Flowers. You know what's cute? Strawberry oatmeal. You know what's cute? Me.
Strawberry oatmeal.
Strawberry oatmeal's not cute.
Okay.
Strawberry oatmeal is not cute at all. It tastes great. Strawberries and cream and oatmeal tastes great, but it's not. It's not sexy.
Okay.
You know, this is sexy.
This is negative energy. This is negative energy. I don't like any.
Waffle House is sexy.
Blue waffles from Waffle House is sexy.
Blueberry.
Okay.
I never get Waffle House once in my life, and
why am I?
No, do not.
Why am I?
Do not commit a sin right now. Do not commit a sin.
Why am I getting yelled at? I don't like this. I don't like any of it.
You're yelling at me for saying that I don't like Waffle House that much.
I don't like Waffle House either, because you know why I don't like Waffle House? I like to have my food and not get punched in the fucking face. So yeah, I don't think I put. Oh, I just swear.
Have you ever got punched in the face at Waffle House?
No, I've never been there. No, I've never been there because I have class.
Have you ever got punched in the face at Waffle House?
Well, not yet, but I could put that on my resume eventually.
You can't say.
Listen, I had the food there at Waffle House. I didn't love it.
Hold on, I feel like I have a picture here. No, I don't have a picture here. No.
Okay,
yeah.
I've officially.
I can see it now. Someone, no, hold on, wait. Sabrina Estella, let's play role play. Go ahead. Say, hey, Jack, we're going to Waffle House.
Hey, Ron, we're going to Waffle House.
My reaction right here. Absolutely not.
Where y'all is not finna diss my hometown's favorite dinner in a movie, bro. Waffle House is great.
Oh my God, Waffle House has just ruined my health.
If there was a Waffle House close to me, I would go right now, but there isn't.
Oh, I could have.
Okay, we've all officially been broken by each other tonight.
Woo!
Speaking of those that are breaking, this
might have been the best episode ever. I just want to say right here, Miss Thug Angel says she agrees with you, Sabrina. Still, every time I eat Waffle House, I get sick. So apparently, don't go to Waffle House.
When I ate it, I just didn't enjoy it.
I just don't want to get punched in the Adam.
I'm not going to sick on this Waffle House. So now they're getting sick. That's just.
Anyways, speaking of those, since we all broke each other. Speaking of those that are breaking and falling apart, we have Trick Williams making his entrance and getting on the mic.
I love that for him.
He says Joe's Hendry's name, but he doesn't appear. We all know why he didn't appear, jackass. Sorry, Jack. He says that Joe better be happy.
No, I mean, that was dumb.
Because he don't belong here. But he can't lie. Joe got the best of him last week, and he was a bit out of character. Maybe he even crashed out. You've been crashing out for months. But he felt better when he looked up his schedule and whipped his ass at TNA Rebellion. And he's moving on to bigger and better things and still wants his NXT championship back from Obafemi. Then Ava comes in. She says to Trick, "You just don't get it, do you? And that I had to kick you out of the arena last week for destroying a camera, and then you go to another promotion to attack their champion. What are you doing?"
Which dope, by the way.
He says he's been thinking about it, and he's used to think that Trick Williams is NXT. But after Sunday, he thinks he's bigger than NXT, which everybody's bullying him out. Like, now wait a damn minute there. And he's the biggest star here, and he's the biggest star in TNA. And Ava's like, "Oh, you think you're a big star now? That you're bigger than this? If you want another title shot, fine. But you have to go back. You're not getting it right away. You got to go back of the line. 25 steps behind. Because next week, you got to win if you want a title shot, you got to try to outlast 24 other men in a battle royal for a number one contender shot."
Shout out to him. He's on I forgot what the CW show is. My mother and nephew was watching this.
Yeah, I fell off of All American for a while.
Thank you. It was All American.
I can't keep up, but yeah. It's a great show. I love the show, but I fell behind a couple of seasons, and then I'm just like, what is going on?
Yeah, I know that feeling when you fall off of a season, you're like, oh, never mind. Like,
right? I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just wait until it ends and then watch.
But shout out to him because he's going to be on there. I don't know if it's like the season finale or something like that, but he's going to be on that
season finale.
Okay, thank you. But he's going to be on this.
Spencer's gonna cry. Light skin is gonna have some type of marital issues. I mean that's basically what happens after every season finale of All American. It's like it's Spencer cries, light skinned dude.
Spencer was like the main guy, right?
Yeah, Spencer's the main guy.
But
and did you know he's actually British? He's not like
they do a fantastic, real quick. They do a fantastic job.
We're sorry, Sabrina. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. But
sorry.
It's crazy how all these British actors can act great hood black people. It's ridiculous. We have Snowball Franklin. He's not from America. He's British.
Oh, okay. No, I was just gonna simply say because like Spider-Man and Batman, they're British and they do a fantastic job. But
one of the hardest gangsters ever in Idris Elba playing in The Wire. British.
But just to wrap it all up. I see him winning this. I think George is putting that in the comment as well. That George. I mean, not George. I'm sorry. George. I'm sorry. He said Trick is going to get the dub here, and
actually,
I see him
against Joe. I don't think Joe loses. He can't lose twice.
He's not going for Joe. He's going for Oba.
Oba. Yeah. I you know what? Because I predict that Trick is getting caught up soon. I can't say that he's beating Oba.
So here's the thing. He's had 3 encounters with Oba.
That's
that match. He had that match at in January. I forget what it was. I think it was like Roadblock or something like that. I forget what it was, but it was the one in January. Yeah. The one at Stand Deliver. This is the 3rd encounter. It's a 1-on-1. I can see where you was pointing out to earlier, where Dark State comes in and help out, and he wins, and he gets one more run with that championship, and then he eventually get caught up. Now, personally, and I said this on the Big Pop Theory podcast, that I personally think that Oba seems more ready than Trick, if that makes sense. Trick, he got the character and everything.
I see that.
Oba is the whole package.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to throw that out there, but we had to wait and see. But it was a fine promo. I mean, they put Trick out there. They know that they have a star out there in Trick, and Trick is going to do Trick things. So Sabrina, Estella, please take the floor because I see Freckles stepped away from it. So please take the floor.
Well, after that, we get Julia and Roxanne backstage chatting before their match happens. And Roxanne goes on saying that I didn't like you when you first came in. I didn't like you coming after my championship and all of that. But we make a pretty good team. Julia just stops her and is like saying this is just business and all that. You were right. We're unstoppable. I mean, the segment was fine. I mean, the team up is a little random for me, but it's like, two girls going after the same thing.
What makes it? I'm sorry. Let me ask you. What makes it random for you?
I don't know. It just felt kind of. It feels like people are just like teaming up, like out of nowhere, unexpectedly. Like when Stephanie and Iyo had their match, it just felt a little random to see them both come in to attack her together, and then to see them come in again at Raw to do it again to Rhea this time. I was just like, why?
You know what's funny? I think it was that moment where, because I feel like a lot of people were saying and saying to you guys in the chat as well, like a lot of you guys I feel like were saying that that Julia was a heel, but I was like, nah, I don't think she's a heel. I think she just won a championship back. But excuse me, I apologize about that. But like for me, that was clear as day where it was like, oh, she's totally a heel. Like she's definitely a heel. So I'm just saying that made me realize that she was more of a heel than.
I mean, I already knew that, but
I love that for you. You know, one Sabrina, Estella. You know, I think you're a doll. I think you're fantastic. And you know, when I come out there, we're doing karaoke and tacos. I know that for a fact. But you know,
just let me know. I'm gonna have to take a trip. We gonna have to take a trip.
Oh my god, the NXT trio together. Like, can you imagine we take a picture and then Chris has to take the picture? Like that would be funny because he can't be in it. Like if he gets in the picture, I'm just gonna throw an alligator at his foot.
Right. But yeah, we
I want an alligator.
We'll talk about this in the chat.
Listen, coming down on Thursday, we'll have fun for a weekend.
I want to go down there for an NXT show, but like,
yes, that's what I want to do. That's what I really want to do. That's what I want to do.
I want to get in the parking lot and get kicked the shit out of.
Well, I don't know if I get kicked. But
okay. I'm sorry. I got too aggressive. I got aggressive.
Oba being interviewed backstage saying that Trick keeps complaining, and it sounds more and more like the cries of an overgrown child, which is how Trick is basically acting like a man child. And it doesn't matter if he fights him one more time or a million more times because the title will stand his shoulders. And then we have The Undertaker rolling in, and he says that he said it before, this is Oba's yard for now because he's got some guys from LFG that are be coming for him real soon, and 3 of them come up from behind him. I didn't get to see this segment. So I didn't get to see who it was that came behind him, but I did see the picture of the 25 contenders that are going to be going in for that match.
I saw a few, but I didn't pay attention to like the whole.
I unfortunately don't watch LFG because I don't have that channel, so I don't know.
I did
on social media.
I did want to ask Jeffrey because I feel like Jeffrey keeps up with this. So, and correct me if I'm wrong, Jeffrey. Who were these gentlemen with Undertaker? Because like they seem like they're a big deal, but Sabrina was saying, I'm not familiar with them, but they had a good look. Like when I was looking at them, I was like, oh yeah, no, I would not want to get kicked the shit out of by these guys. He's saying they're the monsters.
I see. Well, there's a couple names that pulled up when I saw the segment. It said one is named Anthony Luke. I believe that is Maxine Dupree's boyfriend, if I'm not mistaken.
Ooh. Or fiance. He's the fiance.
Okay.
And then someone named Shiloh Hill. That's 2 of them.
Okay. There was three of them in the segment, correct?
Yes, but I popped it up on the social media and it only has like 5 names.
That's fine.
Tagged, and 3 of them are those 2 and Undertaker.
Okay. One of them. He is. Jeffrey's confirming one of them. It's the Anthony Luke gentleman.
Yes, that's Maxine's boyfriend.
Right, but I think they're. I want to say engaged, but like we'll stick with that because I thought I saw a post something like that. So my apologies about that, but nonetheless, what else do we got here, Sabrina and Estella?
Well, we had Hank and Tank go up against Briggs and Inamura. And they also did mention that Meiko Satomura had her retirement match over in Japan. So we thank Meiko for all her hard work that she has done for the Japanese independent scene, as well as her work on NXT UK and when she had her moments here at NXT here in America.
Can I just say real quick before you go any further? I got familiar with her stuff from the Mae Young Classic, and I didn't watch a whole lot of NXT UK and the stuff that she did do with NXT when they fused both NXTs and stuff like that. She's a beast. I just wanted to throw out that she's just such a beast. There's the Scorpion kick. I remember. I forget it was the Mae Young Classic 1 or 2, but she won against Mercedes, not Mercedes Monet. I'm sorry, I can't think of her last name, but I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking
Martinez.
Yeah, I was Mercedes Martinez.
Thank you so much. I couldn't think of the last name. And she hit that Scorpion kick, and I said, that is so badass. She's a beast, and she deserved to be celebrated and deserve her flowers. So I just wanted to throw that out there real quick.
Hey, I mean, it happens. I mean, okay, well, so Matt, we know that you're the AEW guy mostly, but welcome to NXT. In NXT, you can get caught up in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks in advance, and it just be like that. It's developmental. Welcome to the development.
I think it really depends.
Welcome to something that AEW should have done when it came to RH, but they was too. I'm trying to keep it PG, but they were too scared to do so.
Let me see what this thing is. That the whole thing been racking my brain for a couple of days now. I was in Dark State when he was in LFG. I don't know.
Hill and Shaquan Sugars look nothing alike.
Oh, yeah. So I'm not familiar with. I'm not familiar with LFG enough. I don't watch it, so
unfortunately.
But
I see stuff online.
That's how you know. That's how you know the only person that really out of all of us, me and Jack can say they were wrestling fans, but like Sabrina is a dedicated wrestling fan because neither one of us, besides Sabrina, do that. It was two different people he was talking about. Man, now all black people looking like, but.
No, they don't. And I've said that a few times at my actual shoot.
Well, job. I mean, when you said that, I immediately thought of when Vic and he had that segment when they were back and saw Cedric and Ashante backstage. But, they thought that they were New Day.
Real quick, Jeffrey wanted to point out. He said, "My bad." The other guy was Shiloh Hill, Jasper Guy, and Anthony.
No, he means Jasper Troy.
Oh, apology. Okay, yeah, okay. And Anthony Luke. Okay, thank you so much for that, Jeffrey. But go ahead. What was the segment here, madam?
Well, it was the tag match of Hank and Tank versus Briggs and Inamura for the
Hank and Tank!
Honk. And I like this match. I had no problem with it. It was a fun match. I mean, Inamura is going to have to go back to Pro Wrestling Noah soon. So he's going to be showing up and showing out for a bit until he has to go back, unless something happens and he can wind up staying for a bit longer. But if he can't stay for as long as he would like to, we thank him for gracing us with his presence and for showing us what he can do, and for maybe even bringing some more eyes over to Pro Wrestling Noah for some of the NXT universe as well.
What a timeline that we live in wrestling, right? So, like, once upon a time, WWE, they didn't really go out in different companies and do stuff. So, yeah. I'm not familiar with Noah at all. I'm sorry, at all.
Yeah, and, I'm not familiar with Noah either, to be honest.
So to have this guy here, and some of the stuff that I've seen, I'm like, oh, okay, he's not terrible or anything like that, but I think it was cool that he came out here and got what they call it, excursion and stuff like that. So I think the stuff like that is cool. So the match was fun. It was fine. I didn't expect Hank and Tank to lose the titles because they just won the titles.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, they already did it with Lyra and Becky. They weren't going to do it again.
No, they wasn't going to do it again.
And let's be honest, nobody really cared that the fact that Becky Lynch and Lyra actually won the titles. Like it kind of diminished. And
I also think
they kind of diminished it.
I also think that's a totally different storyline where they lost the titles and Becky turned heel. I didn't see either Hank or Tank losing and Tank smacking the shit out of Hank. You know what I mean? Like that was something that was never going to be the direction. They put these titles on these guys. I don't know how long the run's going to be. I didn't expect
it'll probably be for like a few months.
Yeah, and you might be onto something there. But yeah, it was fine. It was a fine match, and Hank and Tank. I mean, listen, can we give a shout out to Fraxium real quick? Fraxium, they have done a fantastic job with those tag titles.
Oh, absolutely.
That putting the titles on these guys, like those are big shoes to fill, and I think they know that, and they're gonna do their damnedest. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm the biggest Hank and Tank. How do you say it?
Hank and Tank.
Outside pop every time he says it. But like, they got some big shoes to fill. Good luck to these gentlemen. And but I did want to sit here and say real quick, we don't talk about spots a lot and stuff like that. We give our thoughts and everything like that. But what was the individual's name? I'm sorry. Inamura? Is it
Inamura?
Inamura. Okay, thank you. Inamura, because I pronounce names all wrong. But Inamura, he was going for a scoop slam and he smacked his shit out of Briggs. And I fell out. I said, you know what? That's me when I play St. Rose. I don't know if any of you guys know what St. Rose is.
But listen, I die on this hill and always say that Saints Row 2 and 3 was better than Grand Theft Auto. Saints Row was better. Once they hit the space thing, they started they fell off. But Saints Row storyline wise was better than Grand Theft Auto.
Now I'm not gonna hold you real quick. Saint Rose 3 was fun. Saint Rose 2 was my fave, and we're gonna give you the floor, Sabrina stuff, because I know you're like, what the hell is going on here? But Saint Rose 3, there was a sword with you know what I'm talking about. That was ridiculous.
Saints Row, like I said, once they hit to like that, when I forget,
4 was cool because you had superpowers.
Yeah, 4 was cool because he was the president and he had superpowers. But 5 was just crazy. It was ridiculous. Like
I didn't play 5.
The space thing, the going into the spaceship and being the aliens, it went too far for me. But yeah, the superpower was oh man, that
4 was cool, 3 was cool, but 2 was like my favorite because it was ridiculous.
2 was the best.
2 was the best. Absolutely. Concur. And shout out to Jeffrey because he heard about that game. And of course, Sabrina Stella's like, what the hell are you guys?
What are we talking about?
I'm so sorry. I feel like we have totally taken over. But please take over, Sabrina Stella, because you are doing fine. Can we get a shout out to one Sabrina Stella? Because she's doing a fantastic job. She's giving the results. She's sitting here and she's dealing with our nonsense. So thank you, Sabrina Stella, for dealing with us. Thank you, madam. So what do we have going on next? Because if it's Chase U, I'm ready.
No, not yet.
Oh, thank God. I don't even want to deal with that.
I was about to say, it's like whenever myself or Frecklesensei makes an anime reference and you just sit there listening because you have
I know anime. I know Naruto. I know One Punch Man. I know the superhero guy, My Hero Academia. I know stuff.
I told you about My Hero Academia.
Well, I'm on season 7. So
really?
Wait, what?
Are you really on season 7 of My Hero Academia? And have you watched the movies?
Yes.
That long pause says something else. The long pause says something else.
Exactly.
I didn't think there was even 7 seasons. I'm surprised.
They're working on an 8th season that's going to be coming.
Just to let you guys know, I did watch season 1. I never finished season 2 though. Actually,
I'm up to finishing seasons. I'm up to like season 4.
Finish season 4, so I can move on and watch to season 8 and the spinoff series and the final My Hero movie that they put out on Netflix.
I did see the last movie though. The movie that came out last year. I did see that for my birthday. So,
shout out to you. Good.
It was good. It was really good. Oh man.
But anyways, after all that, we have the No Quarter Catch crew talking about the Battle Royal backstage, how they have talent from NXT, TNA, Evolve, LFG. I suppose that a couple of the people on Evolve are also WWE ID talents because I did see one that I got to see at a show before. So That one was fun.
Yeah, well, I saw that on your on one of your posts.
Yes, that was a fun time. But we do have Miles and Tavion talking about like their match, having a match with Darkseid, trying to bring them down because somebody needs to. And when Miles asks, "Where's Charlie?" and Tavion says, "Well, Charlie isn't with us right now because he's upset at you." And Miles is like, "Why? Because I teamed up with Javion last week?" I wanted Miles to say, "The only reason I teamed up with Javion was because you and Charlie were nowhere to be seen. I teamed with him because he actually stepped up and offered to help. Just because Charlie had some issues with him doesn't mean I had issues with him." Right. Miles says that it's their time to break out and that he's going to be in the Battle Royal. Tavion's worried about what Charlie thinks, but he wants to be in the Battle Royal too.
You know, Jeffrey's pointing out that they're going to break up too, and I really do hate that for them because I like this group. But I do shout out to Miles Bourne. I want to make sure I get this young man's name correct. Yes. Miles Bourne, because he's like, yo, it's absolutely. He's like, time to step up. He's like, I don't care what this dude think about. Like, I'm going in for that. So like, good luck. Excuse me. Good luck. I love that for him.
But we also do get Darkseid making their famous Twitter promos talking about say his name and he appears, or we made Joe Hendry disappear. And that they're just talking like it doesn't matter which company you work at, if you're a champion or not, y'all got a target on your back, and we gonna tag whoever, whenever we want. So when the lights go down, you need to look around.
They say no business. That's about it.
And then we get his least favorite part of the night.
I am so upset.
We get Chase U back after 5 months of Rich Holland doing it. And he's happy, saying like we're happy to be back. That Rich forced all the people that I had with that helped build this from the ground up, make them leave. And we see Kale and Uriah show up late to class. And then we get this guy named Chad saying like, you didn't Mr. Chase say we were all supposed to be here at 9 sharp. And then Andre does his infamous thing he did during the Chase U segment and rip this student a new one. And it felt nice to see him get to let it out. All right, I'm done. Before he explodes, I'm done. He's acting like
that's terrible. Can I be heard? Can I be heard?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad I can be heard. This was an awful segment. This was terrible. And it's messed up my computer. You know, let's be real here. Okay? Let's be real here. I'm glad this is on me. Good. You know, Rich Hollins took out the school. Give it rough, Rich Hollins. He did that. And now I need a new pair of shoes. Andre Chase is bringing this back. What are we talking about anymore? Why is the school here? I was promised the school was not going to exist anymore. It was defunct. It was done. It was out of business. And now it's being brought back. So Andre Chase, he's not a man of his word. This man, his aggressive drinking is taking over. And yes, my dreads were not harmed. I don't know about anybody else, but my dreads were not harmed. But this is ridiculous. I want a congressional hearing about this because what are we talking about? Let me ask you something. Sabrina, Estella, do you want this school to be back?
I was fine with Chase U coming back.
Anyway, Frecklesensei, do you want the school to be back? Okay. Anyway,
give me an A. Give me an A.
No one in this chat wants this. Mr. Cat, do you want this? Yes, sir. I hate you. This is ridiculous. No one actually. Oh my God. No one uses the letter U at all. No one uses that at all.
Yes, we do.
And that's it. No one. When you go to the store, are you using the letter U? No. When you're using the letter U, probably. And I don't care because math is just.
If I want a cube state, that has a U.
What has a U?
Earlier, that
steak don't have a U.
Cube steak. Cube. U. Cube. See?
I am
also. If I want to watch, hold on, I'm on the road right now. Also, if I want to watch Friday, then one of the actors is Ice Cube, and then if I want to drink something out of my fridge and I need it to be cold, it has to be through an Ice Cube.
I want you guys to know right now you have betrayed me. It's very upsetting. And I also want you, Steven the Universe. You know, Miss Thug Angel, I have a lot of love and respect for you, but I'm going to let you right now know no one watched Steven the Universe show. You know, if it's not Power Rangers, if it's not Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, Dexter Laboratory, Cow and Chicken, that was Venture's Cartoon Network. What Steven the Universe was a big sponge that have not been used in 3 years. I'm very upset.
Jeff, there's only one.
You know the last time anyone used the letter U?
Jeff, there's only one right answer to this. Jeff, there's only one right answer to this. Which GSU are we talking about?
What is this? Gundam?
What are you talking about?
It's called,
I didn't even know anymore.
It's Georgia colleges. There's two Georgia colleges that's dubbed GSU.
You know, Jeffrey has created the greatest portrayal. I thought this was my best friend. He's the one who gives me all the JC updates. She's very undefeated in TNA, by the way. He gives me the updates and whatnot, and I see that he has betrayed. She's undefeated. Who she lost to? You can't tell me.
This is
exactly.
Anyways,
I'm upset.
His least favorite moment of the night.
Are you going to buy a Chase U? Let me ask you something. Are you buying a Chase U sweater? I don't think so. Sabrina Estella, don't.
You let me down, Jeff.
Don't do that. Down. Sabrina Estella, don't do that to me. You're all I got left. You're all I got left. I've already kicked Mr. Cal. He got to make
absolutely.
He got to help me. You're all I got. So Sabrina Estella, don't do that to me.
Am I going to buy a
Chase U has walked out on me.
Am I going to buy a Chase U
I have nothing. I'm reduced to rubble.
Anyways, we have
am I going to buy a Chase U shirt?
Chatting backstage.
Is it going to be through the WB shop? No.
I'm literally wearing Sasha Banks pajamas right now that I bought off of Amazon.
And that's where I'll be.
Oh, they have that in the store?
At Amazon, yes.
Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Cool.
It's Southern, not state. It's Southern, not state. Shout out to my cousin who graduated from Georgia Southern, by the way.
Anyways, we have Sol Ruka and Zarya chatting backstage about her success in the match and to congratulate her for winning. Kehlani rolls up to congratulate her for her win, and she downplays Sol, being like, I thought you would have been a fighting, defending champion. But instead, you didn't do that tonight. You didn't defend your belt. I was defending the title every week when I was the North American champion. And Sol's like, if you have a problem with me, just say so and step up. And she wants a match for it, the belt. And she said, and Zarya says, she's not going to defend the title next week, and she's not going to pass out title shots like it's free Tic Tacs. And if you want a title shot, you're going to have to go through me first.
Interesting.
Listen, George, I'm just saying how Kehlani said it. That's not what I think, because I know that it was a title match.
I mean, it's interesting. Do I believe Kehlani? Not really.
See, Kehlani is an example of a total tweener because she is not a face. and she's
yeah,
not
but she's not selling me with the tough talk. I like her. I like Hilani as the soft spoken but sassy.
No, you know what this feels like? This feels like the girl that has gone to like a super nice, fancy private school type deal her whole life, and then one day gets transferred into the bad schools
it's like she went to
in the bad neighborhoods or like
it's literally like she went to
and
she
acts
went
like
to
she's
Beverly
on
Hills.
top, but nobody buys it.
Yes, she went to Beverly Hills and all her life, and then for one semester she ended up going to to Compton or South Central.
I don't know how or if Compton is dangerous. It was literally the only thing that came to mind.
Yeah, I mean Compton is pretty dangerous, but
good.
NWA,
only in that sense. Other than that.
Wait, hold on. So you never heard of NWA?
Of course, I've heard of the NWA.
Yeah, straight out of Compton.
I'm not the Wrestling Federation.
Yeah, straight out of Compton.
Yes, I know.
It's fine. The segment
was fine. Name Ice Cube.
Segment was fine. It's set up for another match for next week, and Zarya, she wants to shout at that championship, and
of course she does, and so we'll give it to her.
Yeah,
no problem.
It's fine. Right now
I love how on commentary that earlier how Corey mentioned that she is the speed champion.
That is interesting.
It's nice that they mentioned it.
They made a digital media championship belt that can only be shown on Twitter.
It's fine. Listen, it's fine. Like I don't even need all these belts, to be quite honest with you. I mean,
where was this when Ricochet was I was defending?
Everybody can go to the archive. He was the speed champ.
He was the speed champ. Listen. Ricochet was the speed championship. But once upon a time ago, Andrade was complaining backstage about the fact that he wasn't getting smacked ever since coming back, other than being in the Royal Rumble, teaming up.
Because you're just like almost every other luchador. You have no different personality than all the other luchadors.
I think
Penta, we have Ray.
I don't think he's
other Ray.
I don't even think he's like any other luchador. I think the problem with Andrade is that English is not his first language, so that's always going to be a problem.
That's why Zelina versus
especially when you're in WWE. So here's the thing with WWE, in ring, cool. If you could do some really great matches, that's fantastic. I mean, they love the character stuff, and character-wise, he has not been hitting, and I think he's somebody that it's very unfortunate that he fell in the cracks, and now. Real quick, they have Rusev, they have I'm sorry, who do they have? Aleister Black. And it's cool that we have all these people, but I hope that they don't get oversaturated with all these talents, because I think you have a lot of talent that you still need. I would love for Hayes to have a single run at some point.
Oh, definitely. I think some people get released.
Well, I wasn't done. I'm pretty sure
that's a part of the business, unfortunately. But like my point is, there's a lot of talent that they have there, and I hope that they can manage it very well.
But Andrade, it's just unfortunately there are other luchadors that are more exciting than him. Santos Escobar is more exciting than Andrade.
I like Santos, but what has he done?
Nothing.
I mean,
he has a faction. That bare minimum.
What is the faction they're doing? Umberto and Angel have.
Now y'all know doggone well. Y'all know one thing that Triple H loves besides white blondes is definitely factions.
He loves factions.
And they better do something about this faction, or else something's going to happen with this faction.
They're a jobber faction.
And the fact that they just acquired Triple H is not going to look good.
They're a heel jobber faction, and you know what? Sometimes you need a jobber faction. There's a jobber faction.
But I wasn't done with my story. Anyways,
sorry.
Because he was backstage complaining, and he was still married to one of the. He was married to the daughter of one of the most world-renowned champions named Ric Flair. they decided, hey, let's give him a title shot so that way he can stop complaining and moaning and groaning to everybody backstage. He gets a title shot and he lives happily ever after until he loses it to Dragon Lee.
You know what it is?
If y'all had let me finish, I would have said it like that. But
it was the happy ever after. It was the happy ever.
I think that when he came back to WWE, I think he had like high expectations, and
we all had high expectations, and then they fell flat.
And it fell flat.
I didn't really have any expectations for Andrade. I figured he was going to be on TV more, but that was about it to me.
I honestly thought that I had high expectations for him because I feel like with certain wrestlers, you could tell when Triple H is a fan of them. So
yeah.
And I was saying this on Pop where I see Rusev. I'm not sure if that's a Triple H guy, but I know Aleister Black is a Triple H guy. And I feel like Aleister Black is going to be treated very, very well. I got to see how everything's going to be.
After he kicks his ass, he most definitely will.
And and honestly, I like Rusev. I was more of a fan of Rusev when he became Rusev Day, but I have to wait and see how. I hope that once again, I just hope
he does as the Redeemer.
Right, and I hope that once again, just real quick to sum it all up, that they have a plan for these people because it's nice that you have all this talent. It's great. I think it's a pro because you're like, man, I have all this talent, but it's also a con because now you're like, who do I
have all this talent. Who's going to bring on TV and who's going to be stuck in cage?
And a lot of people are going to be pushed down because of certain talent. So we have to wait and see how that all goes out. But this is NXT, so please, Sabrina, please take the floor.
Well, speaking of talent that'll keep getting pushed, we have earlier tonight footage of Hank and Tank checking in on Joe Hendry after the attack from Dark State. And they're telling him that they have his back against Dark State. Should he want to go after them, which he does. And all he has to do is just say honk honk and they'll be there, just like say his name and he appears.
You know what I want so badly? I want someone to, if you're watching this, I want someone to screenshot us and they just put a fucking pipe in Freckles' mouth. I so sorry. Please take the floor.
I just love it. I just love the doggone name. I'm a sucker for country bumpkin stuff. I'm a sucker for country bumpkin stuff.
No, you got this over because look at the many A's in there. There's no reason. Hank has one A.
I feel like I would extend it, but I want Sabrina to get.
I just imagine. No, I'm not gonna lie. Freckles, when you do it, I just imagine you're riding a tank. I mean, not a tank. I'm sorry, a tractor. Heck a tank.
No, I ain't gonna lie. That's exactly how we imagine. Like I'm just on the phone.
I love it. I'm sorry, Sabrina. This is probably the worst episode you have ever dealt with. I'm sorry. You was getting full BadGuy.
I've worked with crazier episodes before, and other times it's called doing a review show with 4 other people who wouldn't let him give me a word in for a while. Well, 2 of those more so didn't let me get a word for a while.
I love it. Yes. Yes. Jeffrey's just ruined my health. God
damn. With the split bucket. You got damn something. Yes, let me tell you something right now, boy. Let me tell you something right
Where's
now.
Where's my cat? Mr. Cat, help.
Let me tell you something right now.
Mr. Cat, help. Damn it.
Let me tell you something right now. Why did I switch the vibe? Why
Don't put that camera on me. Get that out of here. That was terrible.
I'm trying to switch the vibe.
I know you didn't. I don't want you to put the camera on me when I'm about to die. How dare you? We're going to the next segment. That was terrible.
Let me tell you something right now. All right. So when you get it, when you get a Hank, you get a tank, right? You get the Hank gonna handle everything that goes down on the river down yonder. But then you get the tank gonna come on through and gonna hit you up with a pecan pies and gonna swerve around a little bit. Then it's gonna come together. And then when you get to two combinations, then you're just gonna get ahead and just get a Hank tank.
And on that note, it is now time to discuss the main event of NXT, which was we started with the championship match, and now we're ending
with a championship match
with Iyo Sky, our women's world champion, and Jordan Grace, who volunteered to team with her tonight, versus the newly acquired team of Julia and Roxanne Perez, the beautiful prodigy, as Jeffrey said in the comments. So,
ciao to you, Jeffrey.
Versus the juggernauts of the sky.
That is a lot of muscle.
No, for real. That's for sure.
I enjoyed this match. I enjoyed it. Plus, we got to hear some little welcome home chants from the NXT universe because everybody knows that NXT, once upon a time, was Io's house and is still a top 5 NXT Women's Champion in my eyes.
You know, I feel like that should be a top 5. I don't think we have done a top 5 women's
and I want in on that one.
Yeah, maybe that could be a thing in the future. So let's. I
got my top 3.
Idea a lot.
I have my automatic locks. I know my automatic locks. I know who's not. I can tell you now who's not in my top 10 at all is Mandy Rose. That's
mine either.
I'm just a hater. I'm just a Mandy Rose hater.
I just want to ask before we do this this list, this 2K list counts?
What do you mean by 2K list?
Nah.
Oh, then I don't want to have anything to do with this.
I don't even know what you meant by that, so I can't even.
No.
Oh, I mean WWE 2K because the greatest NXT Women's Champion is one JC Jane. I am apologizing about any about that. I don't say sorry for nothing. The only time I said sorry is when I made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and I had strawberry jam instead of regular. That's rude. Who did that?
Not me.
Freckles. Freckles.
My hand is literally nowhere near my keyboard, so I don't do that.
Come on.
You acting like Mike. Are you that damn tired?
No, it's not even that. It's just what
Freckles,
you just said.
I can't believe
I felt so offended.
I am upset at this.
I felt so offended.
I am very upset. This match was fine. It was
I enjoyed it.
Highlight that from Jeffrey. That's right. The most dangerous letters sentence you can ever have in UPR. Expect a text. I will text you. I'm going to send you a message because I don't have your number. But I'm going to ask for your number, and I'm going to put a picture of something. I don't know what it is. Give me time. This match was fun. It was fine. It was great to see Iyo back in NXT again. My only thing about this here, right, is I hate that. I feel like Roxanne, she just gets pinned a lot. And I don't know. Like, for me, I'm not a fan of that. Like,
it's losing momentum.
And it's fine. Look, I think she's somebody who she can get pinned, but you put her on the main roster, give them some wins. No one's going to think about it. But I'm not a fan of it, man. I'm just not really a fan. And they wasn't going to have Julia get pinned. I feel like also, too, when you have this match here, you get a little bit of a tease. At some point, I'm sorry, hiccups here, guys. At some point, you're going to get Iyo and Julia, and they're going to stand across the ring from each other. And I look forward to that one day. And you got a little tease of that. Same way when we had Stephanie and Iyo, I want to say it was last week, and there was a DQ finish. But you're like, man, one day we're going to get this match, and it's going to be a freaking classic. So I thought it was fun. It was great. I remember I've seen some people online. They were like, well, why is the NXT girls fighting the Raw girls? And, I like fun.
Who cares?
I like fun, man. I'm
for everybody who keeps complaining, why do the people from the main roster go down to fight those in NXT? Well, once upon a time, a good number of those on the main roster were in NXT. Some of those were pulled in from the independent scene to work in NXT, and some of them got lucky enough to be called up. So
again, who cares? It's just
I think people try to overthink things.
No overthinking. If they want to make some talent look strong, they'll bring in some people from the main roster. So
y'all know more than a product.
To see maybe if they can work well with some people from the main roster, maybe they'll one day be able to get called up.
I like because you guys were saying this too, and Jeffrey put in the chat. He said, "Who cares?" Iyo was
no, not that perspective. Who cares about people's opinions on?
Yeah, no, I don't care for it myself either. I don't try to overthink certain things in wrestling. Listen,
Right.
I like to use this as an example for professional wrestling. I've been watching wrestling since I was like 6 or 7 years old or whatever.
Like 5.
And I remember in high school, it was 2003, and Kane, he got unmasked and he started burning people and he started lighting people on fire.
Oh yeah, JR.
I remember thinking to myself, like, as I got older, I was like, hey, maybe I shouldn't overthink this, because I know if I lit someone on fire, I wouldn't have a freaking job. He lit someone on fire and they said, well, he have to be here for contract obligations or whatever. I'm like, he burned someone on fire. My point is, you can't be serious. Stone Cold actually committed murder. If you remember in Survivor Series 2000, I feel like I'm showing my age here. So if you guys,
I mean, Undertaker hung someone.
He hung the Big Boss Man. I do remember that. It was WrestleMania 99. Yep. I forget what year. I think that was 15, maybe. I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
He
Val Venus got his penis cut off.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys remember a time in wrestling where things were wild, wrestling is wild. So
I mean, it was the 90s. It was basically it was the 90s. They was trying to they was trying to get edgier, and that was the theme.
It's like 98, 99 Attitude Era. Yeah.
That's what they call it, Attitude Era. It was a lot.
I mean, I was literally reading an article before starting the show of 4 offensive pro wrestling ring names that somehow made it to TV, and
can these names be said? If not, then don't. But like, can they be said?
Beaver Cleavage.
What?
I do remember. I've heard that name, Beaver's Cleavage or something like that.
Beaver Cleavage.
That was in WWE or TNA?
Yeah, that was WWE.
WWE.
Wow.
And then there was, oh God, this one is so bad. Hugh D. Rection.
What?
Oh, that was WCW. I remember that one. Because I was a kid, and I think I said it out loud. And when I got older, I said, absolutely not.
What?
I do remember that one.
I don't want to say it. It's so bad.
Poor Sabrina Estella.
And then there was someone named Ken Raper. How that last name got put on the air.
I don't remember that one at all.
It was a jobber in WWE.
That's a hell of a name.
How did they get away with that?
I don't know.
Whoa.
And then this last one, it doesn't sound bad, but it was called The Final Solution. Unfortunately, WWE didn't realize that this was the name of the Nazi regime's genocidal policy for elimination of the Jewish population in World War II.
I have no idea about that one, actually.
At all.
I didn't
even know that's what that was called.
No, that's wild. But point blank saying, there's been a lot of like terrible things in wrestling, but I try not to overanalyze certain things, especially when it comes to this. This was fun. I thought this was
NXT was fun. We had Ava and Stephanie actually discussing backstage. Stephanie's like, I'm ready. I would like to defend my title. Who is my next challenger going to be? And it was like, I already knew you were going to ask that, so don't worry. Based on what's happened, it should be Julia or Jordan. But I'm going to put them in a match versus each other. Number one contenders match. Whoever wins gets their shot at you.
I'm excited.
Let me ask you guys.
This will be the opener or the main event. This is going to be the opener or main event next week.
Let me ask you, who do you guys got going over in this match?
Julia.
Same.
Because she actually, I feel like Jordan can stay in NXT, be dominant, and then go up. I feel like they're putting Julia in that limelight of like she didn't really need to be in NXT in a sense. She just needed her name to be known a little bit.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit here and go with I agree with George. I think Jordan Grace goes over. I don't think they're gonna have Jordan get pinned. I see what Chris is saying, and maybe they go that route.
I mean,
but you can't keep on doing for every title in NXT a triple threat match.
Absolutely. I see what go ahead.
For when we were doing our polls for the WrestleMania match for Jade versus Naomi, we had a few people thought it was going to be no contest.
I did.
I was like,
I really did.
I didn't think it was going to be that. I really thought they were going to give it to Naomi, but
I wanted it to be.
I would have loved that for her,
but I knew it was going to be Jade because Jade's the up and comer. Naomi, she's about to, especially with the announcement that she's just made not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I went with my gut in a sense of hoping it will be a no contest, but I knew Jade. If anybody was going to win, it was going to be Jade.
Okay.
Well, anyways, that is our NXT program, which we went through quite a bit to discuss it, and we did go on some rants and laugh so damn much we all broke each other. So
I mean, you know what? Honestly speaking, here real quick before we do the what's going to happen here on Unpopular View, because there's so much content here and from wrestling and entertainment and all that stuff. But we just hope that you guys had a good time. One of the things that we want to do here, and I would just speak strictly for the NXT crew, not to sit here and say anything bad about any of the other stuff from the Raw, the Mike Knox, AEW, and Friday Night. We want you guys. It's a conversation. We literally hit live. We're just shooting the shit here, and we just hope that you enjoy it. So, like, that's really the kind of conversation that we want to have here. So, with that all said, here, Sabrina, Estella, you are the voice of NXT, so we're going to give you the floor. Where are these things where it says, like, I don't see this stuff here? I'm very upset.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. I got you.
Look for it. Oh, there's something for everybody. Here we go. Sabrina, take the floor.
Well, we have the Mike Knox show. I don't remember if it's
Tuesdays at 9.
It's now on Tuesdays alongside us, the show for the intelligent wrestling fan, the Raw review show after Raw with Big Daddy Cool, Willie, and the executive consultant, the NXTrio on Tuesday, all elite women reviewing AEW Dynamite, Sheriff, and Cactus Katie. Top 5 and our predictions on Thursdays whenever we do it. The SmackDown Penitentiary with your wardens, Thea Silent, and Vic the Mark, and AEW Collision Review on Saturdays with Matt and Dice, or whoever else may join him.
I'm going to give you the floor, Frecklesensei. We got stuff going on entertainment, so please take the floor.
Yeah, so we got things going on right now. The Trio of Destiny is doing Daredevil. We got the Mini Blaze show with our very own Mike Knox and his wife doing Kanan season 4. Also, we have the other Triple Threat crew that is doing Full Metal Jacket and also Starship Troopers. You got the Challenge All Stars that's going over, and the Wolfpack that I'm a part of with me, Mike, and Vic Damone Jr. And we are reviewing American Pie franchise 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was trying to get them to do Bandcamp because I was a Band Geek, but they said no. So we're just doing 1 through 4. We started on 1 this week, and 2 will be the next week. But with that being said, we wanted to take a time out because a special someone is not going to be with us for a while. And we just wanted to show our appreciation and one of our favorite moments with him since we've been on the show.
And they go at it for a little bit. They get kicked. There's a sidewalk slam to a big splash. Briggs gets a big boot in the corner. Inamura gets tagged in. A double team choke slam backbreaker. But then Tank breaks it up. And with the small package from...
Basically, wrestling is officially for chicken banana.
Get out!
That was not my idea.
We just wanted to say that we're gonna miss you, Jack, and your family. Whether it's Mr. Cat, whether it's one of your nieces or your cousins, whoever shows up, we just enjoy you, man, and we're gonna miss you.
I'm just taking a small sabbatical, guys. I will be back on Unpopular Review. I'm never gonna leave. So real quick, I started on Unpopular Review in 2020. It was actually in April. I forget the exact date and all that stuff. I did an episode with the executive consultant and Katrina Storm. Shout out to her. And they thought that I was so good that they kept me, and it does wonders. And my niece is hilarious because she's always against me, but she's a sweetheart of an individual. But I'm going to be back here on Unpopular Review. I promise you guys, I'll be back. I know you guys are going to hold down the fort. God damn it, I'm not going to cry, damn it. But like, I'm going to be back. Thank you guys. And if I've ever entertained you, that's all I want to do, because like, I love talking about this thing called wrestling. But I like to be entertaining and laugh, because I believe that life should have some laughter and stuff like that. Life is hard, but try to laugh, have a smile, and believe in that things always get better. So that's just my parting words. So I'll be back. Follow these two, because these two are going to carry this lovely thing, and I'm going to show up one day, and you're going to be like, "Oh my God, he just showed up," and I'm going to be like, I can't really laugh right now because my throat hurts. But please, Freckles, you have a Twitch. Please tell the people about your Twitch.
Yes, Thursday I will be playing Marvel Rivals on Twitch competition mode. I have made it to Gold 1, so we are on the hunt for Grandmaster rank. I'm at Gold 1. I have to go through Platinum and then Diamond, and after Diamond I will hit Grandmaster rank. So that's my goal for this season, and we're gonna be on that Thursday. I want to say probably around 7:00, maybe early, but just check out my Twitch stories, and then check out my Instagram, same name, Frecklesensei, and y'all will know. Oh, and also Thursday night, also the same night, 8:30 will be when we talk about American Pie 1. Which
I love that. That is fantastic. Let me ask you, are you a Switch guy?
Am I what?
A Switch guy.
I don't. I wish I had one. I don't have one, but I wish I had one.
No, to Switch 2, because it's so crazy and pricey. I hope to eventually get one in my lifetime.
I mean, the way inflation is going and the way these tariffs is about to go, that $400 is about to be like $800 over here.
So gross. Sabrina, Estella,
you
have a lovely.
If you get your passport and you just fly to get it, it'll be cheaper and you get an experience.
Okay. I gotta update my passport. Sabrina, Estella, you have a YouTube channel. Please tell the lovely people listening where they can find you.
Well, I have my YouTube channel, The Unofficial Camera Woman, where I go throughout Central Florida and occasionally South, and I record wrestling matches and put them up on the interwebs for the world to see. I was at a show this past weekend. The owner was fine with me putting up the footage, and so it is up for everyone to see all the crazy action I got to witness in lovely Seminole, Florida. And you get to hear one of the videos yell in Spanish, and it's a fun time.
Nice.
I love that. Please follow Frecklesensei on his Twitch. I'm going to make sure to try to make your Twitch streams at some point. Follow Sabrina Estella as well on her YouTube and stuff like that. What's the number count, madam?
Right now, as of now, the number count for subscribers is 1350.
Love that. Keep that growing for her, please. That is fantastic.
Also, don't forget to give this man some love on the Big Pop Theory podcast, where they talk all things wrestling with him and one Miss Captain Shea Sawyer, who for some reason
on the road to 100.
We're getting close to 100. We're on, I think, 96, 97. I'm sorry. It's so hard to keep up with these numbers. But, like, we're close to 100 episodes. We talk about wrestling, and we try to have the same kind of thing that I do here with NXT, because I love talking about wrestling, and I love just having a conversation. We don't have to agree on everything about this thing called wrestling. That's fine. I love conversation about wrestling. Unless you're a Bill Goldberg fan, I don't want to hear anything you have to say, because But please give a follow if you. It's audio. We're trying to do some YouTube stuff as well, and yeah, if you have an opportunity, please give a listen. And if you listen to 5 minutes, I sit here and say thank you. With all that said, continue to follow the stuff that's going on here on Unpopular Review. Like I said, I'll be back here. These guys are going to hold on to NXT brand, and I know that you guys are going to do a fantastic job. We're talking about Frecklesensei and the sensational Sabrina Estella. So I thank you guys. I'm so grateful to have you guys as my co-host, because I could have had the executive consultant, and I would have been crying.
That's the reason why I left.
I have no follow-up after that. And
That's
then
the reason why I left.
So with that all said, let's hit this outro. Thank you guys for following on Public View. Please come by tomorrow for the AEW review show for the All Elite Women. They do a fantastic job talking about Cactus Katie and one Sheriff, and I believe Mad Dog is going to be there as well. So thank you guys.
And just because we didn't see him today, his name popped up. So in his honor.
Your Highness, the new king is a U.S. The new king.
You cannot talk.
Shouts out to Uncle Femi. But that's it.
I love that clip so much. Like, that's so great. Anyway, guys, thank you. You guys are awesome. Too sweet, guys. And we'll see you guys for the next. Yeah. Oh, we got to hit the outro thing. Bye, guys.